Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is a video that is going to just outline your preparation for the upcoming course that we're doing, the Courageous Public Speaking Program, just to remind you. And I'm just going to run through what you need to think about. You've got it in your document. A lot of people, a lot of people don't do the work and leave it to the last minute. Some spend weeks preparing for it. Whatever your style is, I thought this video would be helpful for you to just kind of watch and then do it. And my word of encouragement around preparing for this course is remember progress over perfection. You know, rather like write one sentence or one word in a box now than trying to do a whole spiel like, the day before. So just give me some stuff. And if you can send me, please, the homework at least a week before, that'd be really great. And then please bring hard copy versions of it as well. So the course information, it's all day it's all day from 8:30 until 5:30. Please arrive at 8 o'clock and then we'll have informal networking and a cup of coffee. And then we're going to finish at 5:30, but we're going to have informal networking afterwards. We'll have a drink, have a glass of wine and a beer, and then some light eats, and then we'll be done by kind of 6:30 or 7. And that last bit of networking, please put aside time for that, because that's often where some of the real magic starts to happen at the end of the day. The kind of casual, the active listening and active thinking starts to drift aside, and then we're left to kind of be in that subconscious space. So please put aside time to do that. You'll be provided with lunch and snacks and teas and coffees throughout the day. And then in terms of the actual outline and what you can expect, I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be, there's a lot of focus on fun and self-expression in this program. So what I need to say is we'll start off with a really fun icebreaker. You'll then do your first talk. You get to do 3 talks throughout the day, and they kind of build on the shoulders of the one before. You'll get to do your first talk, and then I'll facilitate a conversation around the nuggets that I pick up from your homework. And then I'll say, look, I've done over 1,000 speeches. This is what I've learned. This is some of the common themes that I see. And what do you think? And then we'll get your feedback, because interaction and experience is very much a part of this course. And then we will go on to dissecting and looking at videos we've got some wonderful videos lined up for you, from presidents to actors to other people. And we'll have a look at some of the common themes, like what appealed to you, what didn't appeal to you, what worked, what didn't work. And then we'll get into how do you actually structure a speech? How do you go about doing it? There are so many factors to consider in a speech. But the thing that I really want to impress upon you, what this course is about, is here. It's coming from that natural self-expression. I have seen the most terrified introverts deliver knockout speeches with shaking in their voice and tears in their eyes. So it's not about a perfect, presented speech. It's about just that authentic, tapping into that natural and authentic self-expression and passion. And then we'll do your second speech. I don't know if I just said that, but anyway, you do your second speech, and then we'll do some downtime in the afternoon, just going and being silent, being still, and being quiet in a reflective space. And that's often where the magic happens. Peter Drucker said, effective action should be followed by reflection. After reflection, even more effective action. So that's the purpose of that downtime. And then you're really getting ready, and you'll do some preparation, quite a lot of preparation for your final speech. And you'll be doing it in front of everyone else, obviously, and we're going to get some guests in, so just up the pressure a little bit. And it's going to be like a TED Talk kind of feel at the end. And then we will have a break, and we'll do our informal networking, and that'll be the day. And then the questionnaire, there are 4 principal questions I want you to consider. One is, when you think of public speaking, what comes to mind? Terror, excitement, nerves, passion, storytelling, I don't know, whatever it is for you. And then rate your last public speech between 1 and 10. What worked, what didn't work, what was the experience like for you? And then why are you coming on this course? What do you want from it? What's important to you about it? What do you want from speaking in specifically, and what do you want in life in general? Because if you can speak in public and you can just be present with people, I promise you, you can change the world. I mean, ask any leader, right? It's through speaking that the profound difference is made. And then the third question is, what are your 3 biggest strengths and your 3 biggest weaknesses? And then the other question I want to ask you, which I've actually just thought about as I'm doing this now, what are you most passionate about? Blues, nature, your family? Write down a list of what you're really passionate about, because we're going to use that to unlock your own story and your own self-expression. And then I'm going to ask you to think about, but not do any actual conscious preparation of, I'm going to ask you to think about a moment where your life changed. Like a really key moment, an influential moment that changed your life or took your life on a different tack. Could be really bad, could be really good, but I'm going to ask you to give that some thought, please. And then I'm going to ask you to watch 2 TED Talks. One is by Brené Brown, which is on the power of vulnerability. Brilliant talk. And then the other is, I think, the most watched TED Talk, which is Sir Ken Robinson, who talks about how education kills creativity. And then I'm going to ask you to read the first chapter, the introduction of my book, The Art of Courage, which tells you really where my speaking journey started. And some of you will have read it, but please read it again anyway as part of the pre-course homework. And then I'm going to ask you to sign the Courage Charter, which is really saying, I acknowledge the power that my power lies in the extent of my courage, my willingness to go outside of my comfort zone, to risk myself in striking up relationships with people, in having difficult conversations, in living the dream. So we're going to sign that. It's fun, but it's also serious. And if you sign that, you're in. You're saying, like, I'm in. We're going to have a great course. So thank you very much for listening. Can't wait to see you guys. I hope this video is helpful. Please, communication is a big part of this course. Talk to me. If you're falling behind, we'll get on the phone, I'll take you through the questions, whatever it happens to be. But I'm here to support you, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Thanks for listening. Looking forward to seeing you on the course.